Today, I'm going to show you 5 different ways that you can find new ASX stocks almost every single day or weekly. This is a pain point that I've personally experienced. When I first started out, I know a lot of new people, you get into the markets, you're excited, but you just don't know, all the stocks that you can trade. And, there's not really a guide to know where you can find different stocks. So this is going to be the complete guide. Hopefully, I've covered most things. If I've missed something, comment down below. But hopefully these, I like to skip all the BS and show you exactly what I do. And hopefully, it's quite unique, and some of them might be non-obvious, and it helps you. And you can't find them really anywhere else but this channel. So that'll be pretty good. So let's start with what the first method I use, which is a stock screener. A stock screener is basically a tool that has a database of all the stocks that you can trade on the ASX or any other type of exchange. And you can then manually filter through them to find the sort of stocks that fit your trading style or investing style. And so today I'm going to show you a resource that's free, tradingview.com. You can sign up, no referral link or anything. You can just sign up on your own. I don't need to make money off you. By the way, all the resources I show you today are free, nothing's paid, and they're all in the description below. So the first thing you want to do is head over to Screener once you've signed up for an account on TradingView, and click Stock Screener. And I'm going to actually do this with you. I have presets already, but I'm going to show you exactly how I do it and how to use this. What you want to do is you see this list of all the stocks here. There's about 1,722 stocks that are traded on the ASX. There's a lot to filter through. And so you want to come here where you can adjust filters. Now, you can do whatever you like. I would say to shy away from the fundamental sort of descriptive choices here, just because they don't actually really work. Once again, this is like a computer generated, automated platform and tool. So a lot of it's not updated to the company's company's filings. And so these won't be so accurate, but I usually use these for the descriptive and technical filters that you can do. And so the first thing I like to do is probably filter out the market cap. I don't really like trading small, so I look for maybe 1 billion minimum. Once I've done that, so 1 billion, and once I've done that, I like to try and look for stocks that are probably, have some momentum right now and are trading, not in a downtrend, more in a, not like the best super uptrend, not like at all-time highs, but as we can see that the stock lately has some positive momentum behind it. And so if you're familiar with moving averages or exponential moving averages, I can go over them in another video. It's a trading style. It's basically gets, the average holding price for the certain amount of period that you're looking for. So if it's like the 20-day moving average, where the moving average is basically where everybody is in the past 20 days have bought, and that's where the holding price is. And generally, the 20-day moving average is sort of your short-term support. Then your 50 and 65-day is your mid-term support, and then your 200-day is your long-term support. So what I like to go is I like to look at the EMA, which is the exponential is just a different mathematical equation applied to the moving average, and it takes more account. It's more weighted. And so I like to do the 20-day EMA is above the 50-day SMA. And then I like to do, let's look for SMA, the simple moving average, which is the normal one. I like to do the SMA 50 is above the SMA 200. And see, we've filtered down from 1,772 stocks to 39. And so once you've done that, this is what I do that, saves a lot of time, but also is a really good practice. I go into the charting tool and I add a playlist or a watch list, and I add all the stocks from the screener. And then you can just, go through them. This is a good practice to do every night. You change this around and you just press spacebar and you can go through all the stocks very quickly. And you can tell which ones that you're going to look to buy, or which ones you're going to look to watch, or which ones you need to remove. And yeah, this is what I just do. I just go through these, and very quickly I can decide, which stocks I want to look at and which ones I want to buy. Also, let me know if I should start like a weekly series of getting a bunch of stocks that I'm looking at for that week, and I can go through the charts and say which one, because of what reason, is going to go up or down according to my opinion. Or I can also start in addition to that series where you guys just post stocks you're looking at below, and I go through the charts with them, and I actually go through the fundamentals maybe as well. And so that's the first method. Already, I've got 40 new stocks here that I could be looking at to trade or invest. You can obviously filter these around so they can be more adjusted to your trading style. You might just want to look at small caps because that's what you like doing. And so you can just adjust the market capitalization filter, or you want to look at stocks that are probably, I don't know, trading down. Like you don't like buying at the highs or buying when they're doing well. You can look for like 6-month lows. I don't know why you do that, but whatever, no judgment. So that's the first method, and hopefully that's been helpful to you and you haven't used this before. The second method that I like doing is actually using Twitter, and specifically you should probably use Tweetdeck, and I'll show you why. This is a very helpful tool. So once you've signed up to Twitter, or you already have a Twitter account, go on TweetDeck and just log in with that account. And what you should do is you should try and follow a lot of different ASX investors and traders. And a good way to sort of find them is by adding columns of sort of stocks you're already looking at. So if I go, say Afterpay, I can add an Afterpay column. Since there's US stocks, by the way, this is another little tip I'm giving you. Since there's US stocks or any type of different other exchange stocks that have similar or they have the exact same ticker, you can filter out ASX ones by doing .ax. And there you go. You're getting everyone that's talking about ASX. And if you like someone's analysis, you can just go on their account and just follow them. And you could go through their followers or their following, because they're probably following other traders or investors, and you can just do the same thing. And once you've done that, your homepage will be full of ASX traders. This is my personal account. I do have what they call a FinTwit account that I don't tweet at. I just follow other traders and investors. But yeah, your homepage should just be full of traders and stocks that you can look at. And it's a great way of finding new stocks. It's also a great way of finding commentary and discussions. You can do this for anything. If I go to Zip maybe, and for Zip, we don't need to do that AX code ticker thing because, there's not really another ticker that has Z1P. If I do that, you can see all the other people that are providing, analysis and charts on where they think Zip's going. And, if you like them, it's pretty good. Like you can see this person here is talking about the fundamentals of Zip. He's giving some analysis saying that, they might be actually slowing growth. This is a great way of finding other people and finding new stocks and the commentary on it as well. Now I'm going to group the next method all together, and that's basically because I think Twitter is separate from this other one just because Twitter has been the most helpful. But this next one is going to be forums and social media. That's excluding Twitter. So there's Facebook groups. One's like ASX Stock Tips group. There's one called ASX Value Investors. There's one that's ASX Small Cap Investors. Sorry about the Facebook messages. But Facebook groups, I usually don't use them so much, but I look at it here and there. It pops up in my feed, and I see people talking about different stocks. So it's a good way of finding new stocks. Another one is forums, and that's like Hot Copper. This is mainly small cap stocks, but you can look at large caps. Like you could look at Afterpay and just click there, and you can see what people are saying about Afterpay. But if you want to look for new stocks, you can literally just go down here to latest posts, and there's a bunch of stocks that people are talking about right now. And you can also look at maybe when trading is going on. I'm recording this on a Sunday. There's the gainers and losers, and there's the most discussed stocks, which is the ones that most people are talking about. So it's a pretty good way of finding new stocks through that as well. And then sort of the last forum-ish thing I have is Reddit. This Reddit is Oz Stocks. I've actually posted my video on here, and I've gotten a lot of good feedback, so that's really great. Oz Stocks as well. There's a lot of people that are talking about new stocks on here as well, and they have a weekly discussion thread. And so it's just not as active, so there's not many as people. But I'd say the social media and forum approach, I wouldn't take as seriously because it's a lot of noise and a lot of retail traders that are trying to promote their stocks. But it's nonetheless a pretty good way of finding commentary and finding new stocks. And so the second last method, the fourth method, I like to say, is looking at news. Some of the news publications I like is like Stockhead. Stockhead is generally a small cap publication, but they'll do articles on any type of big move, any type of big news in the markets. Same as smallcaps.com.au. They will do usually small caps, but sometimes they'll venture out and talk about equity markets in general. And then there's the Australian Financial Review. They do 2 segments. One is Street Talk and one is Equity Markets. You'll find nuggets here and there about certain stocks that you could trade or invest in that will pop up. And it's another good way of just reading the news. Is another good way of finding these stocks. And another new one that sort of came on the market is ausbiz.com.au. If you just go here and go to markets and Australian listed, they do a bunch of videos on, and you can see tickers right here, where they go through with professionals, sort of the stocks that they're looking at. So this is another good resource. I'll just say, go through all of these, read these on the daily, follow them on your social medias, and you will get plenty of information on sort of what the sort of stocks that are making the news, they're sort of making an impact. And that's a pretty good way of sort of keeping updated. Okay, the last one, and I think this is probably the most effective, is every single day, come to this website, the asx.com.au website. This is the announcements page. I'll link it in the description. This is definitely the best way you can ever find new companies and really refine your skills as someone that can analyze reports and analyze sort of the sentiment of a stock based on its report. And what I mean by that is the more you read sort of company announcements on the daily, the more you can link sort of price movements to the sentiment of the report. Just means you're becoming a better analyzer of stocks and you're becoming a better analyzer of the market. And with that, obviously, you can probably make a lot of money because you know which move the stock is going to go based on the wording of the report. And so, look, just yesterday on Friday or on Friday's trading, there was a lot of different companies that were, reporting. You generally do want to look at the price sensitive because that means it's probably an important report. But yeah, this is a great way of doing it. This is probably my favorite way of finding new companies, just learning about them and reading every day about, the newest updates from them. That's it for today. I've hoped it helped. Let me know if this has helped you in the comments or any other ways that you can find sort of new stocks that I haven't mentioned in this video. I'm going to try and do more videos that's going to help out sort of newcomers in the market. And let me really know if I should do some videos where I just go through charts or go through companies that you want me to sort of get my thoughts on. I love to do those videos as well. Other than that, if you want to subscribe, you don't have to. But if you just subscribe, you'll automatically be notified when I upload any of these videos. I'll try to be consistent every single week. And if you want to ask questions directly, you can follow my Instagram, link in the description, or you can just, if you have a YouTube account, you can just comment down below and I literally reply to every single comment because I love doing it. It doesn't matter what it is, I'll reply to it. So yeah, thank you.